Yo, what's going on everyone? It's TK and today I'm going to showcase an interesting method with the Super Barch that some of you may have forgotten and also show some swag royal champions. So without any further ado, let's dive in. Alright, we are here on an anti 3-star base and I really wanted to put this inside this video as on the last video when I bring you different style of bases. I didn't really find an anti 3. It's not really that common anymore, but now I have found it, so I'm going to include it in this video. And you can see with the sweeper placement, we're actually going to go for a town hall dive, but we're going to freeze the sweeper with the poison tower. So we're going to go in with rocket loons on that, of course, warden eternal tome, and then with the freeze, we're going to go ahead and actually land before the wall so we can clone the other side of the wall. If you land the other side and make the CC invisible, those goblins that you saw are getting cloned, they are going to find maybe double giant bomb and your super archers might end up dying. So we're going to land as far away from those empty spots that are close to the town hall as possible. And you can see with the clone spell, we're getting some decent value. Unfortunately, we couldn't get the monolith, but look at the base. We still got a lot. We still got eagle, we got 2 exposed rage towers, ricochet cannons, multi-archer towers, around 2 heroes. It's a lot of base left. But guys, some of you have forgotten how strong this army was back in Town Hall 15 when we didn't even have the hero equipment. Now, guys, with the King's Gauntlet, with Queen's Frozen Arrow, with that Royal Champion, with the Hog Puppet, and also the Haste Vial, you can clear bases so much easier than Town Hall 15 before the update. So, unfortunately, my queen went through her ability. You can see the root riders opening the path for her. And this is the easy part about this strategy. You now don't need to do anything. This is the thing. Like in Town Hall 15, we used to have some crazy wall breaker placement so we can get our heroes to the next compartment. But you don't really need that back in Town Hall 16 now. So it's just a lot easier. Now, once I can see the king and queen are doing decent by their own, that's when I then look at the time and try to invest my champion to kind of fasten the process of this attack. King gonna go in, I pop his ability to take down, and then I'm gonna go in with the champion, clean up right behind her, also tank for her. So now, look at the king, I'm gonna give him a small funnel, so he goes in, take out the enemy king with those headhunters, taking out the defenses that are on the side. You don't need to take out storages now. Look at that champion ability, and oh my days, we found 3 giant bombs and all our hogs are dead. Sometimes, man, you get unlucky, just like the queen's ability with the archers. If you remember back in Town Hall 15, whenever you popped it, there was always going to be a giant bomb somehow killing everything. So that's how you can get it with the RC ability as well. In my recommendation, I would say pop it in a way that there is no spots for triple giant bombs. Okay, so that's how we got this based on an anti 3-style that you don't usually see, but I really wanted to bring it so in case you see it, you can have a nice kind of advantage of how to take it down. We're here on a diamond base and look at that CC compartment and the eagle. There is a lot of empty spots, so I really don't want to blimp there. Then the next options are a warden ability above the rage towers, but that way you're gonna get the town hall and only one small compartment of this base. There's gonna be a lot of base left. So my next option is to go for the town hall. I really wanted to go with a stone slammer on top of the sweeper. That was the plan. But one thing I didn't kind of remember, I would say, was that the stone slammer has a very huge splash damage area, so it would actually wake up the town hall. That's something I forgot. So this stone slammer would have been OP if it would have gotten to that air sweeper. But now I was waiting to see it went to the town hall, so I dropped the stone slammer. If it would have went to the left, I would have kept it going and then land inside the kind of area between the sweeper and the multi-archer tower. So we find the bombs, and you can see with the clone and the invisibilities, we're going to take out this entire area of the base. Now look at this last image. I dropped it super late because we got HP on our archers to take out that rage tower. Unfortunately, we couldn't get the expo, but it is what it is. Let's pull the CC down, and this is the new method to dive into the damage very early, not into the eagle. Something that if you're my student before, you know what I always say. Dive into the closest area to reach the eagle. But now we're gonna cut our heroes from the clan castle troops and start our attack into the rage tower. This area, once you get through it, the king's gauntlet will give you the rest of the base. That's fine. Like, that's done. That's enough for you. Just this area of the base is where the damage is hidden. So you want to have a nice even freeze, warden ability, queen's ability, anything you would like to. And look at that. We're going to pop the warden right here and get through this area. I even clicked a few barbarians, and look at this triple barbarian snipe on the top side. One barb for each defense is always enough if there is no other damage around it. We're going to go in with a champion on this monolith side, but look at the way the Root Rider is opening the path for your King's Gauntlet. Now, what is there to stop this attack? You can't place a tornado really right there. Every other strategy gonna destroy you. You can't really play Seeking Air Mines because I literally got so much value from those rocket loons, and you can't do anything about going into the, rage tower compartment with the warden ability. There is nothing you can do to defend this. Like every other strategy, there is always something to defend, but this is just unfair. Look at that champion ability, just absolutely crushing and cruising through the base. That's how strong this method is. But let's move on to the next approach. We're here on a ring base, and that is Yaga actually from X Team, one of the world championship kind of champions, I would say. But his base is toxic. I do not want to hit this base with Suilalo or any type of queen charge. I don't even know what kind of base like style ring this is, but it looks so toxic. So we're gonna go in with the archer on the lower side to pull the CC later. 3 loons on the archer tower. We want to go ahead with a few loons on the mortar and then the blimp. I wanted to drop this rocket loon so they go for the monolith, but they went to the mortar. But it's fine. We're gonna go ahead with that warden eternal tome, and then look, I'm not gonna be greedy. We need to land and make everything invisible super quickly. You're landing next to scatter shots. It's very risky. So make everything invisible fast. And look at that archer on the lower side. It's pulling the CC down there. So it's very important to drop that when you're landing right around this area. I've done a video on that. I'm gonna link it at the end of your, of this video, so you can kind of get an idea where and why we do that sometimes. And sometimes you need to hold that archer and drop it in the middle of taking down the CC. We're gonna go in with, of course, that one more archer. I wanted to pull the CC again. I kind of even forgot I pulled the CC, so I couldn't really drop a Titan on it down there. So that is a mistake by me. Started my attack, so we have to go through 2 ice golems, which will make your attack a bit slower, but this is Legends. You don't necessarily need a fast hit unless you're in a hurry, but that is enough. So we're gonna give that whole access to that inside the base of that area. Now the only thing is, you can see one root rider I kept to take this cannon down and also snipe the king. So my main group, they keep going forward. I don't want my root riders to go left and right. I want them to keep going forward and opening the walls for my heroes, because the rest of the base, you can already see when the walls are open, the King's Gauntlet will just demolish anything. Doesn't matter if you put 4 skellies in front of it or 10 Teslas, it will just keep demolishing. So the ring base is probably the weakest base to defend this type of approach with the warden ability when you get a lot of value, especially double spell towers. And guys, guess what? I mean, we upgraded so much on our Royal Champion equipments with ores, with gems, but we don't even need her. Like, this is crazy. Like, I was actually mad that I, didn't get to see the hog ability, the haste. Like, I don't know if it's just me, but I really want to see this every attack to do something crazy. But unfortunately, well, we swagged the champion on this attack. So GG's to Yaga. Shout out to you, man. I love you. But sorry, man. Had to take this base down like this. So we're going to swag a freeze as well. But let's move on to a box base and see how I take that out. So on a box base, now you can see the whole damage of this area is right in the core, where sweepers are also pointing towards. And if you go with a kind of blimp in the middle, you're gonna probably find a tornado, so you don't want to do that. I'm gonna take out this builder hut right here, and then we're gonna go in with loons, warden on ground, few more rocket loons, the blimp, let the sweeper push. Then we're gonna go in with a freeze, because now we basically have 2 freeze falls. If the sweeper is going to push us, no, like, it's so nice to have that or like freeze being late. But look at the way I'm gonna clone to the right side, and this basically allows me to get so much value of this base. It's like we went through the middle, but we didn't. We went from a side and cloned into the middle. The people who've been on my channel before, they know what I'm talking about when I explain these type of super archer approaches. You don't necessarily need to be in the middle to get the defenses, so you're just gonna get a bit less, but that's fine because we will dive into the right side of this base anyway, so you can see how that works out. You don't necessarily need a very risky brimp through the middle. We're gonna go in with the Titan, make sure the queen goes right first of all, then we drop the king. Okay, always do that. Don't drop your king and then queen goes wrong, your heroes will get separated. Sniping the royal champion on the top side. Now you can see the root riders, will they do their job? Literally, that's it, up to them for the rest of the attack. You just need to make sure, look at that top side air defense. That is a defense that could make the Root Riders completely move away from the wall of the expo, which is the wall that the queen can have access to the town hall. Simple as that. Once you see everything is fine, I really wanted to wait for this queen to move and come outside so we can snipe it, but now I saw it moved out, so we're gonna go in with a barb, headhunter, another barb to snipe this queen right here on the outside. This is where you can see the Tesla farm, enemy king, warden, everything will go down to your king's gauntlet. Simple as that. Make sure you take down the queen as well, then take down the town hall, then drop the champion, and her ability will clear the entire anything left from the space as well. Simple as that, guys. Don't forget the cleanup. Always check around the corners when you want to drop your last few barbarians to make sure you don't 99% time fail it. But that's how these bases are all gone. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Let me know what else you want to see on the channel, and hopefully I'll see you on the next one. Take care and peace.